Long President's Day weekend and you still don't know where to go? President's Day is the perfect time to remind ourselves that America is a great and diverse country, and the perfect excuse to discover more of it. So let's go to New Orleans, because this is exactly when Mardi Gras parade season hits its peak. And it's not just parties. It's costumes, giant floats, music, and family-friendly daytime parades. For kids, it's a bead hunt. For adults, it's live music, Louisiana food, and pure festive energy. And on top of that, 3 days off. You can combine parades, the French Quarter swamps with alligators, and a food tour. This is not just a trip. It's a cultural experience the whole family will remember. 3 reasons to drop everything and go to Mardi Gras. If you're still wondering where to go for a long weekend, here's your sign. Reason number 1. The energy. Mardi Gras means thousands of people, giant floats, and an atmosphere you simply can't duplicate. Reason number 2. It's family-friendly. Daytime parades are safe, kids catch beads, and adults catch the vibe. Reason number 3. President's Day gives you 3 days to live a little adventure without taking vacation time. This is not just a party. It's culture, music, food, and a moment you'll be talking about for years. And yes, tickets can be cheaper than you think. The question isn't should we go? The question is, why are you still at home? Why Disney can wait, but Mardi Gras can't? Here comes an unpopular opinion. Disney can wait, but Mardi Gras can't. Because Disney runs all year, and Mardi Gras only happened for a few weeks. At Disney, you pay to watch the show. In New Orleans, you become part of the show. Here, kids catch beads right from the parade floats. Adults catch jazz, food, and an atmosphere you simply can't recreate. This is not an attraction. This is living culture. If you've got a long weekend, use it for something that only happens once a year. Mardi Gras culture. What is it really? Mardi Gras is not just a parade. And it's definitely not just beads. It's a tradition that is more than 300 years old. The name means Fat Tuesday, the last day before Lent begins. In New Orleans, it's a whole season with balls, secret societies, and parades organized by groups called crews. The colors mean something too. Purple, justice green, faith gold, power. People throw beads, but what they're really sharing is joy and tradition. Mardi Gras is about community, history, and culture passed from one generation to the next. Mardi Gras is when the whole city puts on a costume and doesn't take it off for a month. But the biggest parades happen in the final week. Purple, green, gold. Floats, music, beads flying into the crowd. And yes, it's not just for adults. There are daytime parades that are perfectly fine with kids. The key is not to head for the loudest streets. And if you don't want to get swept up in the crowd at all, book a hotel along the parade route and watch from a balcony. Mardi Gras, the most spectacular festival in the United States. Mardi Gras isn't just a carnival. It's a tradition that goes back to the 1700s. Purple means justice. Green means faith. Gold means power. Massive floats roll through the streets while music plays and beads fly into the crowd. Mardi Gras is pure energy, something that's impossible to describe until you see it yourself. Wait, is this really the US? Balconies like Paris. music in the streets, architecture that feels almost Spanish. New Orleans was founded by the French in 1718, and you can still feel it today. This is where jazz was born. This is where France, Spain, Africa, and America all came together. And the food here? Absolutely unforgettable. This may be the most un-American city in the United States. And that is exactly why you need to see it at least once. The first time you arrive in New Orleans, you think, are we really still in the US? This may be the most unique city in America. Wrought iron balconies. Music right out on the street. People dancing in the daytime. Really? The city was founded by the French, and you can still feel it. It's a mix of Europe, jazz, and a little bit of beautiful chaos. Unique food and endless atmospheric little restaurants. Even the cemeteries are different here. People are buried up, not down. And the best part? You really can come here with kids. You just need to know where to go. Why it matters to show kids multiculturalism through Louisiana. Louisiana is not just a state. It's a living textbook on how culture is created. France, Spain, Africa, and America all meet here, in one city. Walk through New Orleans with a child, and you can actually hear history. French signs, African rhythms, Creole food, people celebrating life. America is not one single culture. It's a mosaic, and that is where its strength comes from. When children see diversity, they learn to respect differences and to value their own roots too. Show children a world where culture brings people together. The French Quarter of New Orleans. This is the heart of the city. The oldest neighborhood. The most beautiful balconies. Here's St. Louis Cathedral. And here are the streets where the music seems to come out of thin air. By day, the atmosphere feels like Europe mixed with the Caribbean, seasoned with spices and topped with jazz. By night, it becomes pure festival energy. Tip: come with kids in the morning. At night, leave this one to the adults. And if you want to watch evening parades with kids, check the parade schedule and routes ahead of time. And book a hotel so you can watch from a balcony. The French Quarter. Beautiful, but with a few caveats, this neighborhood is the postcard version of New Orleans. Balconies, flowers, street musicians. And yes, that St. Alo's cathedral. You've definitely seen it on Pinterest. But with kids, come in the morning. By evening, part of the neighborhood switches into adult mode. By day, romance. By night, party. Think this is a monument to a wedding cake? It's actually a family tomb. Cemeteries in New Orleans look like small cities because graves are built above the ground. The water level here is too high to bury people underground. One of the most famous tombs belongs to Marie Laveau, the legendary voodoo queen. Visitors still leave offerings there. Fruit, ribbons, small gifts. These cemeteries are not threatening. They are open-air history lessons about the many cultures that shaped Louisiana. New Orleans is not just carnival, jazz, and architecture. It's also an incredible place for a food tour, with a cuisine unlike anywhere else. French, Creole, and Spanish traditions came together here and created the miracle that is New Orleans cuisine. If you're on a diet, keep scrolling. Beignets with powdered sugar at Café du Monde or Café Beignet. Gumbo, Rich, spicy, and absolutely perfect. Jambalaya, a rice dish shaped by African, Spanish, and French influences. Po' boys, classic Louisiana sandwiches loaded with roast beef. Ham, or fried seafood on crisp French bread. This is not just food, it's Creole culture you can taste. And yes, the portions are big. New Orleans in one day. The perfect route. 8:30 a.m. Start at Jackson Square. Street artists. A view of St. Louis Cathedral. The atmosphere of the old city. 9 a.m. Breakfast. Choose one. Café du Monde. Iconic beignets and chicory coffee. Or Café Beignet, cozier and quieter. 10:30 a.m. Walk through the French Quarter. Royal Street. Galleries and antiques. Wrought iron balconies. Live music in the streets. Step into the courtyards. That's where the magic is. 12 p.m. Mississippi River. Walk the riverfront. See the steamboats. Feel the scale of the river. 1 p.m. Lunch. Try gumbo, jambalaya, oysters, and crawfish. 3 p.m. Garden District. Beautiful mansions, oak trees, and a peaceful break after the busy quarter. 5:30 p.m. Sunset on the riverfront. Golden light over the Mississippi. The perfect ending to the day. And then you realize, this city isn't just beautiful. It's alive. And after that? Mardi Gras parade, of course. Want to feel the real New Orleans? Steamboat, jazz, and lunch, the perfect Mississippi experience. A steamboat tour on the Mississippi gives you jazz, food, and unforgettable atmosphere all at once. Live music on board, lunch with river views, and historic French Quarter buildings all around you. It's the perfect day for the whole family. Travel tip: don't trust the weather forecast too much. In Louisiana, wind and temperature can change in an instant. Dress warmer than you think you need to. Even if the city feels sunny and warm, it can be cool and windy on the river, especially on the open deck. This is not just a tour. It's a deep dive into the culture, music, and flavor of New Orleans. Jazz, river, food, and suddenly you're riding the wave of real Louisiana. Steamboat on the Mississippi. A journey into the past. Imagine this. A steamboat glides along the Mississippi, while its great paddle wheel slowly slaps the water. Every step through the old interior feels like stepping back into the 19th century. Jazz fills the lounge. Lights flicker softly, and the whole atmosphere feels like the past has come alive. The Mississippi itself is overwhelming. This is the river that shaped the history, cities, and legends of Louisiana. Lunch on board becomes part of the immersion. Flavors, aromas, and views all come together to complete the feeling of another era. This is not just a cruise. It's a journey into the heart of New Orleans history. How to plan a Mardi Gras trip to New Orleans and not regret it. Planning a long Mardi Gras weekend in New Orleans? Here's what you need to know. 1. Parades happen on different days. Make sure you check the exact dates and schedule so you can catch the ones you care about most. 2. Know the major crews and floats. Find out who organizes the parades, decide which floats you want to see, and book a hotel along the route. Watching from a balcony is easier and much more comfortable. 3. Use parade apps. They let you see where the parade is in real time and when it'll be near you. 4. Start times can vary. Peak activity may shift because of street closures and traffic in the city center, so plan your logistics ahead of time. 5. Transportation matters. If you need Uber or Lyft, check the pickup points in advance, especially if you're rushing to the airport, because not all roads will be accessible. 6. Book everything early. Hotels and tours sell out very quickly, especially during the final parade weekend. Mardi Gras is absolutely worth it, but it's much better when you plan it smart. Think Mardi Gras is just one parade? Think again. Here are the top 5 parades and crews you absolutely should not miss. 1. Crew of Endymion. Giant floats, music, lights, and a true night spectacle. 2. Crew of Bacchus. Creative floats with a different theme every year. 3. Crew of Zulu. Historic, colorful, famous for its collectible coconuts and strong African American roots. 4. Crew of Rex. Classic Mardi Gras, king, queen, costumes, and music. 5. Peru of Orpheus. More modern, more interactive, and especially good for families. Plan ahead, choose your must-see parades, book hotels early, and watch from a balcony if you can. If you think New Orleans is only music and parades, then you haven't tried beignets yet. When people think of the flavor of New Orleans, the first place that comes to mind is Café du Monde. Founded in 1862, it became famous for one thing: beignets, airy pastries buried under powdered sugar. Its magic is in the simplicity: coffee with chicory and 3 hot beignets. People come in the morning, in the afternoon, and late at night. Always crowded, always worth it. Café Beignet is another local legend. It's known for old-school Creole dishes and its own take on beignets, with powdered sugar, pecans, caramel, or strawberries. At both places, you're not just eating. You're stepping into the history and flavor of the city itself. Café du Monde and Café Beignet. These famous New Orleans cafes have been serving visitors since the 19th century. Their specialty is beignets, hot, fluffy pastries covered in powdered sugar. Kids love dipping them in cocoa or milk. Adults prefer them with chicory coffee. The cafes are usually full of people, music, and the smell of fresh coffee. It's not just a dessert. It's a small piece of New Orleans history and culture. Tip: go early in the morning or after a walk through the French Quarter to avoid long lines. If the line at Café du Monde is too long, don't worry. Just head to Café Beignet instead. Café Beignet is a calmer but very atmospheric alternative in the French Quarter. You'll find the same hot beignets piled high with powdered sugar, but usually with fewer crowds and a lot cozier. It's especially beautiful in the courtyard. Palm trees, brick walls, and live music in the evenings. Kids love watching how the powdered sugar explodes in a little cloud with the first bite. Parents enjoy the chance to sit down and relax with a cup of coffee. It's a great option for families, delicious, photogenic, and without the feeling of a tourist conveyor belt. If you think New Orleans is only beignets and jazz, you're missing the best part: crawfish. Crawfish are one of the true symbols of Louisiana. Small, spicy, and unbelievably flavorful, they're boiled with spices, herbs, lemon, and garlic. And there's a ritual to eating them. First, you peel them by hand. Then you suck out the flavor. For kids, it feels like a mini adventure. For adults, it's peak Creole dining and table-sharing culture. Crawfish are not just food. They're a family tradition and a Louisiana ritual that brings everyone together. If you think you know seafood, wait until you try Louisiana crab claws. In New Orleans, crab claws often come in a rich buttery sauce loaded with spices. This is classic Louisiana food: bold, messy, aromatic, and unforgettable. The claws are served hot, usually with garlic bread for soaking up the sauce. Crack the shell, pull the meat into the sauce, and enjoy that deep spicy flavor with all the buttery, lemony richness. Every bite feels like Louisiana on a plate: spicy, aromatic, lively. A little celebration right at your table. In Louisiana, even oysters know how to surprise you. One of the most famous ways to serve them is oysters Rockefeller. These are oysters baked with butter, herbs, and cheese. It's New Orleans in edible form: carnival, jazz, sunshine, and richness all in one bite. How do you eat them? Lift them straight from the shell, scoop underneath, and enjoy the layered flavors. What do you drink with them? Classic pairing: dry white wine or sparkling wine. Locals may go for ice-cold beer or even a spicy Bloody Mary. What should you do while waiting for the evening parade? Want to see an alligator in the wild? Louisiana is all about bayous, cypress trees, and mist rising off the water. A swamp tour takes you by boat just a few feet from alligators, with curious raccoons watching nearby. It's safe, guided, and unforgettable. And it's exactly the kind of adventure kids will remember for a long time. Yes, that's a real alligator. And no, it's not in a zoo. A Louisiana swamp tour feels like stepping into a movie. A boat moves quietly through cypress trees and misty water. The scenery feels almost mystical. Trees rising from the water like something enchanted. Kids think it's amazing. Parents feel a little nervous, but in a good way. It's one of the most unusual experiences you can have in the southern United States. Let's learn Louisiana's history while waiting for the evening Mardi Gras parade. In a single day outside New Orleans, you can experience two completely different Louisianas. The first is grand and stately, Oak Alley Plantation. 300-year-old oak trees form a tunnel leading to a white mansion. It's beautiful, but it's also history. Complicated, deep, and real. Then the rhythm changes completely. An airboat races through the swamps. Wind in your face. Cypress trees, water, and alligators just a few feet away. History and wild nature. That contrast is what makes Louisiana unforgettable. And don't forget to try a mint julep. Long weekend in Louisiana. Mardi Gras plan. Day 1, New Orleans. Start with a Mississippi River steamboat brunch with jazz. Walk through the French Quarter with its balconies and street musicians. Visit one of the historic cemeteries. Finish the day with your first Mardi Gras parade. Day 2, Nature and Seafood. Breakfast with beignets. A Honey Island swamp tour with alligators and cypress trees. Dinner with Louisiana crab claws. Another Mardi Gras parade in the evening. Day 3, History and Adventure. Visit Oak Alley Plantation and its famous Oak Tree Avenue. Take an airboat ride through the swamps. Finish the trip with one last night of Mardi Gras energy. 3 days, and you experience the heart of Louisiana. 3 days in Louisiana, and you're right in the heart of Mardi Gras. A1. The French Quarter, a late breakfast on a steamboat with jazz, a cemetery tour, Crawfish by the waterfront, and an evening parade. Day 2. Breakfast with beignets, a Honey Island swamp tour, crab claws for dinner, and a second parade. More music and more beads. Day 3. Swamps on a speedboat, Oak Alley Plantation, and one final carnival night you won't forget. Book hotels early, check parade schedules, pack a sweater, and wear comfortable shoes. Louisiana is bright, original, and unforgettable. Don't get lost in the chaos. Plan Mardi Gras the right way. Mardi Gras is not just a parade. It's joyful chaos, huge crowds, and pure magic at the same time. 1. Parades happen on different days. If you don't check the schedule, you'll miss the best floats. 2. Know the major crews. Want a balcony view? Book your hotel early along the route. 3. Use parade tracking apps. They help you see where the parade is and when it'll reach you. 4. Planning for holiday schedule. Streets close, crowds shift, and the city moves to a completely different rhythm. Plan logistics ahead. 5. Uber and Lyft have special pickup points. Check them in advance and leave extra time for everything. 6. Book early. Hotels, tours, excursions. Everything sells out months ahead. If you're thinking maybe later, it is already too late. This year's Mardi Gras only happens once.